Welcome back to the best Android apps of October 2020. Sorry for the late start, but better late than never. This month I'm going to show off 1 wallpaper app, 6 regular apps, and 4 exciting games. You know, the usual. I also wanted to give a shout out to Hardik Suthar for creating this awesome vector on my face. He did an amazing job, and I'm sure it took him a long time to do, so I'll drop his Instagram and Twitter right below the like button if you want to check out his work and maybe even purchase one for yourself. Also, be sure to check out my second channel called HowToMen in Espanol if you like to watch my videos in Spanish. We're also on Facebook now, which is fantastic. Anyways, the first app is also the wallpaper for this month. Yes, it's that good. It's called TruePick, and this is one of the best customization apps that you can install on your phone. It shows you a ton of amazing home screens that were created by the community, and tapping on a setup brings up a list of apps that were used to create it. It's that simple. Each setup is even categorized so that you can find your preferred home screens a lot quicker. Now the tab to the right, called Papers, has some spectacular walls that will make your jaw drop. Every one of them is a vector, and there are plenty of styles to choose from. Some of my favorites include Dark Stars, since I own a OnePlus device, AMOLED 28, Chroma 36, and any exclusive wallpapers if you get the Prime version for just $1 extra. The developer even provided me with 30 promo codes to give away to you guys, so if you'd like to win one, be sure to follow me on both my Twitter and Instagram at HowToMen. I'll be dropping the promo codes before the end of the month. Next on this list is a launcher that just got released to the public called Ratio, and the concept behind it is to get you to be more productive when using your phone by minimizing distractions. So it's a bit different from the usual swipe up app drawer theme. It includes only 2 pages. The page to the left has all of your widgets in a card-like format. This can include the weather, music player, calendar, calculator, timer, etc. And each card is also expandable. If you find yourself constantly interacting with a widget, you can even pin it to the top of the screen to find it more quickly. Then towards the bottom of the screen, there's a search bar that lets you Google things. On the other hand, the page to the right includes all of your apps categorized into sections. Appbox and Essentials are ready-made, but you can create even more categories and move the apps around between each one. There's also a search bar at the bottom, which is used to search for apps. But like I said before, this launcher is all about keeping you focused, so every icon and widget will be in black and white, no matter if you have the dark or light theme enabled. The few elements that are marked in yellow are the things that will grab your attention the most. You can even mark some of your apps or expand them to make them stand out. Probably the most useful feature, however, is that you can see your app usage time below each icon, and there's a more detailed overview when you long press on an icon and let go of it. On that same page, you can also lock the app, mute its notifications, hide it from your app drawer, or do a lot more. My only issues with Ratio are that it's a bit confusing to get the hang of when you first install it, and it's still a bit buggy, but for its first public release, it's not a lousy launcher, and the developers have accomplished their goal of helping me use my phone less. For those of you in school, or for anyone who needs to write a paper, Paraphrase will reword your text to help eliminate any plagiarism. Now, of course, plagiarism isn't cool and you really shouldn't plagiarize, but you can still use this tool to change up the wording of your poorly written essay. So within this app, you can paste any text, and then tapping the arrow button will rewrite or include any extra words within your essay. Those words will be in green so you can quickly tell what's being changed, but I would still double check it since some of the wording could be incorrect. There's also a search button to check for any possible plagiarism. I'm not sure how powerful it is, but I did test it by copying text from an Android Police article, and it found that source instantly. Finally, you can check for any grammatical errors by tapping on the ABC button, and once you're okay with the final wording, you can save it as a doc or text file. Now before I move on to the next app, I'd like to give a shout out to Skillshare for sponsoring this video. Skillshare is a fantastic website to learn multiple things at once, and their online community is incredibly powerful. Their approach to teaching is made through easy to follow videos that are made by fellow creatives. And with this pandemic occurring, Skillshare is a great way to break up some of your boring daily routines while you spend time indoors, since you can discover spontaneous acts of creativity. It can settle your mind if you're feeling anxious, since they have plenty of classes to help you express your feelings. If you need a bit of structure or organization while you work from home, they have creative challenges or productivity classes to help you set small goals and feel a sense of accomplishment. Or even if you're just rearranging furniture, they have interior design classes to help you out. Some of my favorite classes include a productivity class by Ali to boost my productivity, and an advanced video editing class for Adobe Premiere by Jordy to help improve my editing. But they also offer thousands of other classes for creative and curious people. Skillshare is also incredibly affordable, especially when compared to pricey in-person classes and workshops, An annual subscription is less than 10 bucks a month. And guess what? The first 1,000 of my subscribers to click the link in the description will get a free trial of premium membership to explore your creativity. Skillshare is the perfect way to escape from everything that is going on right now and gain some new skills. Since we're all constantly inside our homes with almost nothing to do, it's so easy to get bored. So I recommend you download Harbour since it'll give you small challenges to shake up your day. They range from unusual tasks such as recording 5 sentences in a made-up language or wearing a hat for the rest of the day, to being productive such as replying to 10 emails or decluttering and tidying your belongings. They're practical, simple, and fun. Plus the best part is that everyone has the same type of challenges each day and you can see other people's comments on those tasks and even reply to them. Every day the challenges will change, so you'll never get the same old jobs. This next app is super simple yet useful. We've all been there where we want to share a link but it's extremely long and looks spammy. You could use a third-party link shortener, but then the receiver won't have a clue where that link leads them to, so it's pretty sus. However, if you use Skillshare, you can automatically remove those hundreds of additional characters used for tracking so that the URL will be a lot shorter, and the receiver can know where that link will take them. To use this app, just choose Clean Share from the sharing menu, and then you can reshare that cleaned up URL. I know, first world problems, but it's effortless to use and only takes an extra tap or two. This next app is just straight up cool. It's not useful and you probably shouldn't use it that often, but Liquid Teardown provides the coolest charging animation I've ever seen. When you hook up your phone, you'll get an inside look at your phone's internals and the battery will slowly rise in a liquid-like fashion. I've tried it on multiple devices and each one has a different design. It's interesting to see what the inside of each phone looks like. My personal favorite is the internals for the Pixel 4 XL. The battery is much smaller than the Galaxy Note 10 Plus or the OnePlus 8 Pros, so it's no wonder that this phone gave me such a terrible battery experience. Switching it over to the games, Rush Hit is a banger. It's one of those games that you would think has a ton of advertisement since it's so simple and addicting, but it barely has any. Essentially, you're just aiming a ball through a series of obstacles and you can only touch barriers that have the same color as the ball. If you touch any other color or the ball falls off the course, it's immediately game over. It's easy to pick up, but eventually the levels will get a lot harder and the frustration is real. Another game that is really frustrating but still feels satisfying when you complete the stages is Vertical Adventure. The goal is to get the white ball to reach the top, collect all the targets, and avoid colorful shapes. You have to constantly touch the screen to guide the ball, and the closer you tap to the center, the better you'll be able to control it. It's a really addicting game, but of course the stages only get tougher with plenty more shapes to avoid and bigger maps to jump through. Still, it's a perfect game to play while you're in the restroom or you're bored. This third game is yet another battle royale called Bullet League. It's a 2D platformer and right away you'll get thrown in a match with 32 other players. Each battle only lasts for a couple of minutes, so you'll need to run around picking up any weapons, upgrades, or health packs as fast as possible to attack any other players around you. You can also mine rocks to construct crates so you can jump higher and reach higher platforms. And at all times you'll need to avoid accidentally leaving the safe zone, otherwise you'll begin to lose health and then eventually die. The game is pretty straightforward and it's easy to get the hang of since auto aim is automatically enabled. There are also solo and squad matches with different maps to play on, so you'll never get bored of the gameplay. Flip the Frog is the last game on this list. It's a casual arcade game where you need to pull back on the white frog and have him jump to the top. The concept is very similar to Vertical Adventure and the controls are just like Rush Hit. You'll need to time the jumps just right, avoid spikes, and sometimes reach plants that act as trampolines to shoot you higher into the air. You can also catch coins along the way to purchase a variety of costumes. Other than that, there's not much to it. It's a simple time killer. Anyways, that concludes the best Android apps of October 2020. I hope you guys enjoyed my selection. If you did, make sure to drop a thumbs up and get subscribed with the notification bell turned on. You'll really enjoy my content since all of my videos are similar to this one. Either way, don't forget to follow me on Twitter and Instagram at HowToMen for a chance at winning those promo codes, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Kapow!